It is the final game day in Terre Haute for Indiana State this year at Memorial Stadium. We hope to see you out at Memorial Stadium later this afternoon for Senior Day. Alongside Brian Fritz, I am Luke Martin, and Fritzy, Senior Day it is. I know you've been around a lot of them. I have as well. It really is just a special day, and specifically for this senior class, I know it's not the record, of course, they want, but it's been a heck of a time for them here at Indiana State, which included a playoff appearance back in 2014.
Yeah, there are guys on this roster that were a part of a team at Indiana State that made the playoffs, and that hadn't happened since back in the mid-'80s prior to that group. And anytime you surround any group with a senior day, it's just a special day for a lot of those young men. Yes, everybody understands that, ultimately you're judged on the kind of season you have, but also you're judged on the development of young men, and that's an area where there's a lot of emotion on a day like this. On kind of a personal note, Calvin Blank is a guy that I watched play all through his high school career, came to Indiana State. There are going to be a lot of guys with stories very similar to Calvin's that'll leave Indiana State with a degree, will go forward, will do great things in life, but this will probably be the end of a lot of their competitive athletic careers, and that's a hard thing. Everybody at some point in their journey through athletics gets to a point where they're not able to play anymore, and that's a hard thing a lot of times. So it's just a lot of emotions wrapped up in senior day every year for all these guys, and you certainly appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into it, because regardless of what the results have been, not only the efforts of the student athletes and the seniors, but the efforts of their family and their parents to take them to practices throughout the year, their coaches to help develop them. It's a great and a sad day all at the same time.
Knowing those emotions mixed in with an opponent in Western Illinois, who of course is ranked in the top 15, but it's a game that you called a year ago that really, we talked about heartbreakers for the team last year. That was definitely one of them.
Yeah, no question. Indiana State felt like they had Western Illinois offsides late in the ball game, could have had a first down and a chance to win the game on a field goal, and that's not how the officials saw it. And it was one of several close defeats a year ago, and Western Illinois is a very, very good football team, but it's been that way every week for Indiana State, and they sort of understand what they're going to get week in, week out, and hopefully, again, last week I thought, and Coach Heklinski talked about it, the offense was a little bit better at, producing some points and finishing some drives, and maybe, one or two more of those end points here this weekend, you're in a better position to have an opportunity to win.
I think a big part of it, too, talking to the coaches this week, they've told me they know they're going to coach for years to come. And they said, Luke, we're going to be a part of teams that will hopefully win more games here. But for these guys, for this senior class, this is their last time being able to play, getting a win for them to be able to go out, because we're hopefully going to be a part of many more wins to come. But for them, this could be their last chance. It is their last chance to win on their home field. That's why those coaches show up every day with so much enthusiasm, and we've seen it with the players. That's why Saturday, later on the day, this is going to be a big emotional game for these guys, because it is. For those seniors, it's the last time they get a chance for this team to be assembled to win on their home field.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all those things, and, they may continue to have opportunities to be able to be in and around athletics going forward, but there's something different, there's something special about being a player and being with a group of teammates. And for these players and this group as teammates, this is kind of the last hurrah.
We'll find out what happens later on today, the last hurrah. It's Senior Day. Be sure to come out and enjoy the Senior Day festivities. Our pregame radio broadcast begins at noon Eastern Time on WIBQ 97.9 locally in Terre Haute and online at GoSycamores.com/watch. For my partner Brian Fritz, I am Luke Martin. We'll see you later on today at Memorial Stadium. March on.